than mastermind. I'm right now in Dubai, in the office, and Dubai is extremely hot. Many people are leaving Dubai, but we're keeping the heat, and we're going to bring the heat to you on this call. We know that the recent week has been a lot of developments. We know that the past 2 weeks we have been traveling, we have been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. We have been preparing a lot of things. We have done a lot of inner circle meetings with our teams, our leaders, to get ready for what's about to come. On today's call, we're going to talk about all the recent updates, more so also the reasoning behind the updates. We already heard from Alex, the farms are coming back. Why is that? What is the strategy now? Why are we excited about this? Why is this aligned with the initial idea that was brought by Alex? Why is all of this now being a perfect product, one step at a time? We're getting closer and closer to a perfect product where we have not only the customer in mind, the networker in mind, the company in mind. Everything has to click. And this is something no one else in this industry has ever been able to do. But I'm feeling right now we have that. And that is something we gotta see. What is it that drives the Dan to always have excitement? We've been talking to our leaders in the past 2 weeks. Every call, we come with certainty, we come with confidence, we come with energy and excitement. Why is that? We're going to talk about what is happening in the bull market, what is happening in the crypto market, why there's no time to rest. There's literally a year away from what we could potentially see the biggest bull market we have ever experienced in cryptocurrency. That could be the last bull market. We don't know. We're not going to give any financial advice. It's based on our experience and history. But if we're looking at what is about to happen, what is about to really take off next year, then you would also have a sense of urgency. So with that, I'm also going to show you a few slides of how it is that we are now looking at this product, how it's perfectly aligned with the farms producing the tokens, using the tokens inside a cashback system, etc., etc. So I see we're getting close to 200 and we're still getting people onto the call. And anytime you do not see us on calls, we're working harder than ever. That's what you got to understand. A lot of people come and say, okay, guys, we haven't heard a call from you. Yeah, we're working extremely hard behind the scenes, guys. There's a lot of things coming. We went to Mallorca. We recorded over 300 videos where we took our combined 40 years experience of this industry, put into an academy, and you will hear more about this later. We are always want to provide the highest amount of value to everyone in this industry. We have always been on a mission to build the strongest leadership this industry has ever seen, and that comes through education. It comes through really sharing the secrets of this industry, and we're going to cover that as well in the coming weeks, so you can take part of that and become a stronger leader. Now, before we jump into anything today, and I'm going to share the recent updates in the beginning, just look at this disclaimer, very important. As we are doing more and more global business, the company is growing bigger and bigger, more and more regulations are coming in. It's very important that we are following the guidance of the company and also to stay compliant in all markets. But let's talk a little bit about the recent updates, the recent developments of the company. We know how Alex started off with, of course, the farms. It then developed into the cashback system. The farms were taken away temporarily to focus on driving the demand of the token. What happened? The customers were really happy because it was the perfect product. The network was not so happy because they realized that, okay, there's not too much money to be made as a networker. Alex got a lot of response from the leaders, the network, and a lot of people said, look, we want to find a balance between happy customers, happy networkers. So what did Alex do? He kept both, and he created what we believe an incredible product right now to put everything together. Alex says in the coming 3 to 6 months, we will see this ecosystem coming to life. The 3 to 6 months Alex needs to bring this ecosystem to life. What is the reasons previous coins have not been able to reach and sustain high values, even though many of them reach a high value and came back down in this company, is because the ecosystem had to be launched. Already we got the debit card. Already we got the cashback system. The travel is literally just around the corner. There's a few integrations needed, and that's going to be ready. Our crypto exchange is ready. Our backwards auction is really exciting. That is going to come. There's a lot of things in the coming 3 to 6 months that is about to launch, and this is going to keep what we are creating here growing and expanding, and that's needed to build a token value. An ecosystem is needed, and it's been taking a lot of time to get this ready. But according to Alex and the technical team, we're getting there. We're there now. We are about to get everything rolling. Now, with that, what happened when we started this company, when we started with the farming, we started with ULTIMA token. It was created with an initial supply of 20,000. That was the target. How much is on the market right now? Only 1,500. Why? Because Alex pulled away the farms to focus on the cashback. Now he is coming back to the initial plan, and we can continue the production of ULTIMA tokens without oversupplying the market and sticking to the initial plan. And if we are looking at 1,500 tokens at the price of $10,000, it's a very small market cap. Even at the $100,000 price, it's a very small market cap. Now getting the token supply up to 20,000 and a little bit beyond, it is gonna be still a small market cap. And this is possible through the development of the ecosystem and of course the expansion of the network. So ULTIMA token is now, we bring back the farms. The farms is gonna come with a little bit different strategy, because Alex have noticed we need to keep it simple. Too many rules, regulations is great, but we need to keep it simple. We need to, again, make sure it's clicking on that side as well. So the farm is now gonna produce 1,000% over 5 years, but it's already been reducing. Now it's 990% over 5 years, is reducing by 10% units every week. And is also end of the month, it's reducing by 20%. I'm gonna cover this here today. There is no 60-40 rule. There is potentially 1% a day, but we are getting the details of that this week or on the webinar next week by Alex. And also, this is gonna create a story and a pitch which is so powerful, because what is gonna happen here is something that we have seen has been needed for so long. It is to keep people inside the ecosystem, keep utilizing the ecosystem. And how can that be done? All right, let's look at this. If someone produces ULTIMA tokens, they can use it in multiple ways, not only by selling it on the exchange, which has been the only options previously in previous tokens and coins. Now you can use your token to get shopping points, and you can now spend it with discount and cashback. Most people will choose to take the ULTIMA token, not to sell it, but instead buy shopping points. Why? It makes a lot of sense. You take your tokens and you put it into the shopping points. You get back your tokens and you get cash, which you can spend with 20% discounts. This is the best option in all ways. What happens? Less self-pressured exchanges. The tokens are inside of the ecosystem, and it supports the whole system where more and more buyers come to the market. There is real utility right now with the vouchers and the cashback. And when we plug in the debit card, of course, we're making this voucher program global. You don't need to have local vouchers. You have your debit card and you can use it globally. With this, the action on the exchanges is going to be better. More people use the debit card, more people use the vouchers, people keep the tokens in the ecosystem. What is happening on the exchanges? There's going to be more people buying than people selling. This is the strategy, and this is what Alex is now working towards. And with a goal, dream, and vision of reaching $100,000 per token, it is not going to be overnight. It is going to happen over time. Now, of course, with farming coming back, it gives us a fourth option where we can use the ULTIMA tokens. First option, the vouchers, cashback. Second, spend on debit card. Third, sell on the exchange. Fourth, put it back into farming and compound and create more ULTIMA tokens, which allows you to have more shopping points, to have more spending power with your debit card, or have a higher price. So this, I believe, with all the experience that has come for the past 7 years, I believe that it's now coming together to a better product. We understand that there's a lot of developments and changes. I'm going to talk about this soon, the mindset. How are we taking this? Are we just accepting and going forward, or are we giving constructive criticism? But how are we utilizing our mindset to really push forward through this? I'm going to talk about this after going through the news. But let's continue. With the ULTIMA token, straight away, people see a vision here. You produce the ULTIMA token, you use it for 100% cashback. You get 20% extra. You can use this anywhere for your debit card. Now there's a second step. There's not only produce token, sell token. It's produce token, use token. This is very different from what has been before. Now we have real utility inside the system, and this is the first step, with of course more coming with the travel, with what more that is coming, of course, with the backward auction, the exchange, etc., etc. Now, already we got the vouchers, which you can use, whether it's local voucher, where you can use for products, gas, or locally. You got the debit card, where you can use it on your debit card globally. And we got the exchange voucher, where you can get USDT on coinsbit or Binance. This is an incredible opportunity, because look at this. You buy ULTIMA token, you put it into the farm, you get almost 10 ULTIMA tokens over 5 years. You take your ULTIMA token, you produce, you put it into the cashback, you get money on let's say Binance. You can use that to buy more crypto. You get your ULTIMA token back. You buy Bitcoin with 20% discount with a token that you get 10 times more of, and you get your tokens back. So in this bull market, you're sitting ULTIMA token and you got Bitcoin 20% discount. You got Ripple at 20% discount. We got Ethereum. What is the pitch that can be generated for this is incredible, because nowhere else can you get something where you can produce it, multiply it, spend it, and keep it. That is the power of the combination of the farms with the voucher program. Now, continuing, I'm not going to go into too much details here, as we've already done a lot of trainings on this, but using ULTIMA tokens, buying shopping points, and then using the shopping points to buy the vouchers, this we've already been training everyone on. The debit card, we have already reached over 250,000 users. This debit card is now available in over 120 countries, and this comes with a global banking solution involving crypto, and I believe this is going to grow to probably 1 million users this year, or in latest next year, because when the bull market comes, I promise you, everyone will look for a debit card. And yes, you earn commissions when people buy the debit card in your organization. So this is what Alex needs now. He needs us to grow the community, because when he's launching the ecosystem, we need the community to grow. And that's why he wants the networkers to be happy. He wants the customers to be happy. And that is the balance he's striking now with the recent updates and recent developments. And that is why right now we are leading with the ULTIMA farm. It is the product that brings you into the ecosystem. It is an option people have. Do I straight want to go to the cashback and use one ULTIMA, or do I want to go through the farming and get 10 ULTIMA? I think the answer is very, very simple. And this is something that all of you that's been a part of this understands, that the simplicity of the production of ULTIMA tokens is to buy the farm license, load it with ULTIMA tokens, and you produce new tokens. We always have licenses ranging from 110 euro all the way up to 550,000 euro. And we want to get started as soon as possible, because already the production speed has started to decrease. Every week, the production speed decreases by 10% units, meaning a few days ago it was 1,000% for 5 years. Now it is 990% in 5 years. In 6 days, it's dropping to 980. And end of the month, to generate momentum, is dropped by 20%. If you're looking at the production speed is continuously going to drop, we want to get that as high as minting speed. Then we're looking at the max load. How much ULTIMA tokens can you put into each license? It's at a 1-to-1 ratio. And it's also depending on the price of ULTIMA. If ULTIMA goes up in price, you get less space in your farm. Of course, if you buy the right now, you get the highest maximum space. You can look at this where the company now is getting up to its initial supply of 20,000 tokens. And with over time, the ecosystem is growing, ecosystem is getting stronger and stronger. This is now what the company's been waiting for past 7 years. Now, what I want to do, I want to take us up because all of us know about the benefits of the ecosystem, benefits of the farming, the business, the compensation plan. Now we have the benefit of the shopping points. If you combine all of this, you can offer people an opportunity to come into a global ecosystem that has gone through 7 years of challenges, failures, success, but still here. And you can not only come in and become a producer of a token where you can use it in the cashback system, spend it with a debit card, travel with 90% discounts, build a business, develop a career. All of these benefits come to this ULTIMA ecosystem. And if you're looking back at the past 1 year, you can see how much been developing, how much the company's been getting better and better in all aspects. Now, that is the news. Let me now take it back and let me become human again, because I'm not saying I wasn't human. I had to be a robot a little bit to share this news. But if I'm going back here and we are talking about all these developments, of course, we are excited, but we understand, we had a lot of conversations with a lot of people to say, we just started with the cashback and we just got going. And then what happened? The farms came back. Now we got to change direction again. We understand that there's a lot of developments happening inside of the system, but us as entrepreneurs, there's two things I want to say here. One is, I would be more worried if there wasn't developments happening. A cryptocurrency has been attacked by SEC, where everyone thought it's going to completely crash, going up by 80% in 1 day because SEC approved Ripple and said it's not a security. This industry is fluctuating like nothing before. Ultima want to follow the regulations. And this is what is happening. Alex applies something. We get angry because there's a change. We go to Alex and say, Alex, why did you make this change? He said, look, because of regulations, we have to do this. And then the option is not follow regulations and be in high risk, or follow it and stay alive as a company. And then we cannot fight anymore. Then we understand that coming into this company, we accept that we're coming into a fast growing industry. We accept that we're coming into an industry in a company that want to be on the green side of regulations. With this, we also got to expect the pain that comes with it. If there's no developments, I'm worried about the company, because I'm watching the crypto markets, I'm watching the regulations, I'm watching all the hearings that's happening right now about crypto regulations globally. If there is no developments happening in the company, I am very worried, because everything is developing and we have to grow with that. So when we are looking at this, a lot of people come to us and say, all these developments, Dan, how are you it mentally? And we say, look, we just take it as information. A change is information that we take, we apply, and we go with it. We're not putting emotions in. We're not going in and saying to ourselves, oh, now we have to take 3 weeks break to calibrate our minds and we need to go vacation because there's a development in the company. We don't have time. A bull market is coming. A bull market is 1 year away. 1 year away, we're going to have the greatest potentially opportunity in our life to leverage our money and the money that we make this year to grow in the market and create freedom forever. How in the world can we go in and use emotions in this time when there is no time for that? And what I mean by that, when emotion, I'm saying that we get affected. If there's anything I've learned is that if your goal, dreams, and visions are based on something that can change over day, then you're always going to be stuck. But if you zoom out a little bit, can ever reach as a human being. To get there, I have realized that I got to grow myself and I got to reach financial independence, financial freedom, because that gives me options, resources, and I can get to a higher level of creation. Then, of course, I've chosen the crypto market as my tool to get there. I've chosen network marketing as my business to get more crypto. And I've chosen the industry because I can help others to do the same. I've chosen this company because I see there's no options in the market that give me the long-term opportunity to build a big team. Now, with that big vision, I'm going with full energy and full speed, and I'm not affected by small developments because the bull market is coming. We're on a mission because there's so many changes in the world. We want to become financial independent right now. With this, we are putting all our energy into everything that comes. Alex Hansberg development, we look at it, we give our constructive criticism, we accept that we are not the owners of this company. We have an option to go and create our own company. We have tried that. We have done that. It's not easy. You're not going to have that, you're going to have more stress in your life than ever being owner of a company. So we have chosen to have the easy part, which is we're just sharing with the community. With that, we accept that Alex and the corporate team makes decisions for the company's future. And sometimes we don't understand the decisions. We can always share what we believe and what we feel, and he will take that into account. But in the end, it's going to be their decisions. And we have to accept that, because we chose to come into this company and use his company to build our business. When that has been accepted, what happens? You don't have time to fight with something that cannot be fought. You understand, you take it in as information, and you build. And you build and you build and you continue. And this is the mindset that we've always been adopting. And this is what we have been sharing to our inner circle leaders, that this is the requirement of reaching the top of this industry. It is to make a vision extremely big and utilize the tools given to you, accepting the pains that comes with it, because there's also pains of going through a 9-to-5. It is painful to start your own business. It is painful to not be a part of the crypto bull market. It's painful to be a part of the crypto bull market. It's painful to be in a new company because of the high risk. It's painful to be part of Ultima because of the developments. Choose your pain. Everything will be painful. Growth is painful, but growth equals happiness. So we have chosen the pain of being in the fastest growing industry with the highest profit potential, in the company that has the biggest chances of reaching success, in a time where we know a bull market is on its way. All of this clicking in, we have already made a decision long time ago, and we're moving with that decision. And when you make a deep decision, you don't sway. When we came into this business, we said we're in. Through ups and downs, we're in and we're here. And what happens when when you made the decision? You are not getting affected by developments in that sense. And I understand that you can be upset, but in the end, it is your business. It is your future. It is a bull market coming, and we can choose where we're going to apply our energy. We have a limited amount of energy every single day. Do we want to use it to complain? Do we want to use it to grow? Do we want to use it to unify everything? Do we want to use it to build our future? Do we want to use it to position ourselves in the crypto market? That's what we are doing. Or we want to use it to always be in resistance and not be in the flow. It's an option we can all make. We invite you to be in the flow, and that's where we are. And with that, I'm going to bring in our next speakers with the Danish and Navid to cover a little bit more about what I just shared and what's about to come. And also what is important is that we're going to do a business presentation tomorrow. We're going to send out the link in our group, and this business presentation is going to be 8 p.m. Dubai time tomorrow night. I'm going to do a webinar for new prospects about Ultima. I'm going to share with you the recording afterwards. We're going to do the pitch, and I suggest that you get everyone in your team on that call, so you understand how powerful the pitch is right now, how powerful the future is right now, and how we can utilize this to grow with the greatest power. With that said, let me bring on, first of all, we got Danish here, who's also with me in the office in a different room. But let's bring on Danish to share a few words about what is happening right now.
Thank you so much, Emil. What a fantastic coverage of exactly what's going on behind the scenes, and obviously the kind of mindset that we all need to be in right now. I, honestly speaking, couldn't have said it better. Based on what you've said, I'm just going to tag team a little bit and just emphasize a few points that you had covered. How is everyone doing? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I can see Eric has got a beautiful, beautiful background over there. So enjoy the greenery there, Eric. It looks lovely. Guys, based on what Emil has said, like I said, I want to go into a bit of detail. You know, I don't think some of us understand how difficult it is to steer such a big ship like this, the way our founder is currently doing, okay? No, he hasn't whispered into my ear to say these words. He never will, to be very frank with you. In essence, he's always been a man of rolling out the facts, and we are the ones to make that decision. But the question is this: are we actually ready and geared up to make that decision? That's the key question here. The second question that I want to ask us all is, again, going back to my first point, do we understand how difficult it is to steer a ship like this. Look, when it comes to network marketing, if your company is 6 months to a year old, it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's something that's extremely challenging. We don't realize the kind of overheads, the kind of energy, the kind of time, the kind of effort that goes into running a company like this, let alone the second year, let alone the third year, let alone the fourth year, let alone different in products in the fifth year, and then the sixth year. And now we're sitting in the seventh year, about to complete it. And you're sitting there thinking, wow, as much time has passed, look at the kind of traffic that has come in and potentially gone out, and some has obviously stayed behind as well. Look at the amount of traffic, attention, time, energy that people have spent looking into the company. It's not easy, okay? And I need us all to understand that we need to stick to our jobs as networkers, because the moment we all come out there and start having opinions of how we feel this company should be run, guys, believe me, we have to take another really, really long, second, hard look at ourselves and literally tell ourselves that, listen, let's focus and stay true to what we want to do as networkers. And do me a favor, as one humble brother to another humble brother and sister, let us stay the course of doing what we do best, and that is promoting this business, and let Alex do what he needs to do. Because at the end of the day, we will never understand how hard it is to steer this massive, huge ship, which is not an easy task. Having spoken to him, having really spent a lot of time with him, he's not an individual that shares the kind of trials and tribulations that goes on behind the scenes. And it's up to us to come and meet him halfway, okay? We know that when it comes to the vouchers, the cashback program, the discounts, etc., that product was very much so geared towards the customer. What has he done? As the magazine would state, the World magazine, if you've seen it, there's a picture of him doing this, okay? He's drawing the line right down the middle, and he's heard what we as the networkers want, and he's now giving it to us. So my second point of my little speech today is, look, guys, we got what we wanted. The question again I've got to ask you is, what are we doing about it? The moment that came into the picture, the moment you heard all 6 of his webinars this week in different languages, what was the first thing that went through your mind? Is it exactly what Emil said, whereby you're allowing for your emotion? It and saying, yes, this is the right decision for me to gear my mind in order for me to go out there, promote this business professionally, get my people, my business relationships, my business contacts, my business partners in a state of mind where we need to take this opportunity and run with it and appreciate everything that goes on behind the scenes that, frankly speaking, we don't know much about. All right? That is the over here on this call. Let us step into that mindset. Is there a possibility for every one of us to step into that mindset? No. Does it take time to step into that mindset? Yes. Is it a request for all of us to get there eventually? For whose sake? For Alex's sake? No. It's for our sake that we say this to you. And that's the key. That is 100% the key. And that's the mindset that you need to be in. Hence the reason as to why these calls are now labeled Den Mastermind, okay? Master that mindset of yours and make sure that you allow to share that information to those around you as business partners, so they themselves absorb what you're saying like a sponge and then move forward with that. Because the third point I wanted to make was, we don't want to fall into that trap, which is, I call it the loop of misery, okay? Where we allow our emotions to get involved. All of a sudden, we step away. We take 3 months to just calibrate our mindsets, like what Emil has said. All of a sudden, you've lost 3 months of momentum. All of a sudden, you've lost 3 weeks or months or whatever it is of actually speaking to your business partners and saying to them, you know something, let's take this on the chin and move forward and let's get going. Now you've got to start from scratch, which it becomes even more difficult. And all of a sudden, one eye is looking towards that 9 to 5 that you struggled and worked so hard to leave. And next thing you know, you're sending out your CV and you're applying for that job again. Is that the loop that you want to be going through, especially seeing that we're all pretty much, all of us are crypto people, 247 of us are sitting over here. We've got individuals waiting on us to actually get them out of their beds and get into that uncomfortable place, out of their comfort zones. We are those individuals, guys. So the last thing we want is to get into that mindset of that loop of misery where you're thinking, okay, let me play it safe. You're not going to get anywhere when you're playing it safe, especially prior to a bull run, okay? That's the reality. In addition to that, forget the bull run. Let's put it aside. You are not going to get anywhere when you're going to play it safe in life, in general, without the bull run. You're just not. You've got to go out there and take risks and absorb every single business opportunity like this one without allowing for your emotions to get involved. And that's the key to avoid this loop of misery. So stay the course. It is a challenging time, and you will get those times as an entrepreneur as you go along. It's the challenging times that allow for you to burst at the seams and actually grow as an individual, because you'll never know what you're truly capable of until and unless you've put yourself through a hard time. Okay, so that's the key that we need to understand at this point in time. So are we understanding what the captain of the ship is doing? Are we taking those changes on board? Are we happy that the farms and the minters are back? I can assure you we are. And we are going all out. Everything is what we need to do right now. That's what we need to do. We need to focus on understanding that, yes, we've got this product back. Let's go. Let's absolutely run with this. And the fourth point being this: some of us, if not all of us, need to have that reset of our mindset. And yeah, I know it might sound like a crazy thing to do. I know it might sound like a bit of a silly thing to do, but maybe you need to utilize this weekend to imagine a bit of an invisible button on the middle of your forehead and just press it, and that being your reset. Okay? You need to all give yourselves a chance to again prove to yourself that you are worth bigger things than you've already proved and already positioned yourself and already achieved. So whatever it is that you've achieved in life up to this point on the 15th of July, 2023, great. Kudos to you. Lovely stuff. Magic. Lovely jubbly. I love it. But the question you've got to ask yourself is that versus your goals, your dreams, your visions, what's on your vision board. How far are you? Every single one of us, 250 people on this call, are nowhere near those goals. Otherwise, we would not be sitting on this call on a Saturday. So press that invisible reset button on the middle of your forehead and make sure you tell yourself, congrats, kudos. I love what I've produced already. But is this good enough? No, it's not. Okay, what can I do to go out there and get better at this? How is it that I can give myself another chance to prove to myself that this is what I need to do? And this platform is giving that to us. So let's go out there. What is it that you're waiting for? Because we are doing that, which brings me to my final point. And I want those leaders out there who have got their pieces of paper and pens to write this down, okay? Because it's very important to understand what I'm going to say just now. You've heard the classic saying, you know, surround yourself with successful people because chances are you'll be the next one, right? So if there's 5 successful people sitting in the room, chances are if you surround yourself, especially in an entrepreneurial business environment, you are definitely going to be the 6th one, because in essence, the language that is spoken in that bubble, all right, is the language of success. And when you are rubbing shoulders with that language, immediately it becomes a culture. When it becomes a culture, it becomes habit. When it becomes habit, all of a sudden, you start seeing your finances improve. You start seeing the freedom of quality of life, choices, money, everything starts to improve, right? The question I want to ask you guys today, every single one of us, 236 people, is when was the last time you got given a talk like what we are giving to you today, where someone reaches out, whether it's virtually or in a group setting, and says, hey, I'm talking to you, stop scrolling, put your phone down, and understand that we want your success. Whether you're in our team or not, doesn't matter. We as a community practicing abundance want your success. So are you doing the best job that you could possibly do at this point in time, 15th of July, 2023, going forward, knowing we're in the 7th month of the year, okay? We've got a few months to go until the year is ended. And trust me, those months are going to go so fast. And you're going to be sitting there again on Instagram, scrolling, saying, I did okay, you know. when was the last time someone had this talk with you to say, where are you when it comes to your goals? Let's dig deeper. Let's make sure that we start pushing the business. We got what we want, guys. We want the minters to come back. They're here, finally. And he's gone right down the middle. He's got a product for the customers. He's got a product for us as the networkers. What are we waiting for? Genuine, legitimately, what are you waiting for? So when was the last time someone reached out to you, cared that much to say, hey, let's do this and let's do it together. And every Saturday, pitch up to these calls because we are here to help each other through abundance so that we can carry us to the next destination that we as individuals personally want to grow to, whether it's financially, whether it's personal development growth, but in most cases, it's financially, right, guys? That's why we're here. So the last time you got a talk like this, which is probably pretty rare, okay? You got to think about that a little bit because we too have very similar goals to every single one of you guys. Why would we spend the time here? Why would we spend the energy here talking to you guys and making sure you are digging deep? Well, the reason why is because we believe in abundance. We believe the more we give to this world, the more we will receive. And we also feel that success in this business is purely determined by your business partner's success. We have to help you so that we can achieve our goals. Whether you're in the structure or not, again, is besides the point. So carry that mentality of abundance when you go out there, especially now, because now's the time. And this is, again, the perfect time for me to bring in the next speaker, being Navid, because he's going to really start reminding you about how to really get going in phase one, how to really start from day one. Treat this business like it's a new opportunity. We've been given a new lease of life. We've been given a breath of fresh air. Finally, now let's go. Let's activate our people again. And let's really, really give this our very best, because you do not want to be that person at the end of 2023 when the bull market is going mental, when markets in general are going mental, when opportunities are staring you at your face, but you don't have the liquidity to invest your money in. Let's be honest, that's what we're here for. We want to create residual income. We want to create a cash flow. You don't want to be that person that says, you know, that call, 15th of July, I didn't listen to what they were saying. I should have taken note. I should have put myself in uncomfortable places. I should have worked that extra bit harder. I should have made that extra call every single day. That's the mindset we need to be in, guys. The market doesn't care about your emotions. I hate to say it. And we are here to remind you of that. So let's come together. Let's really unite as a community and let's smash this business. Like I said, we got what we wanted. Understand the captain is steering the ship. Let him do his job. Let's do our job. Let's forget about the loop of misery. Let's put that behind us. Let's take more risks. Let's press that reset button in the middle of our forehead. Let's basically put ourselves into a mindset where nothing happened yesterday. Everything is happening today. And let's make sure we appreciate who we are being surrounded by, and we are getting this abundance. We are getting these good vibes and positive energy from calls like this. Keep staying close to the fire. The fire sits here right now, okay? And you need to stay close to it, and you need to bring your teams that really want to push this business close to it. So with that being said, to cover a bit more about phase one, the markets, and obviously what we should be doing, and a bit of a call to action, I'm going to bring on Navid, an absolute superstar, someone who really, you know, walks the walk and doesn't just talk the talk, because trust me, this dude is so busy. I don't think he has time to sleep anymore with what's going on. So Navid, the floor is yours, brother. Take it away.
Hi guys, thanks a lot, Danish, and thanks a lot, Emil. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very exciting times, to say the least. The other day we saw, you know, the market really pump extremely hard, and that was just a little bit of taste of what's coming for us. Guys, we've been talking about the bull market coming. We've been talking about very advantageous times where we have probably a quite side-going trend going on, you know, now for the past year, basically. We've been talking about that, you know, when these times are coming, we want to have assets in our wallets. We want to be able to be in the market. We want to be able to participate when the bull market is coming. And I would say as well, you know, it's, even though we saw a massive pump yesterday, infused by the SEC clarity in the XRP case with the Ripple, which is amazing. You know, we saw XRP pump 80%. This has been a law case that have been, you know, now it's for several years actually, that have been basically holding back a lot of the crypto market with a lot of unclarity. And Ripple and XRP is now the only regulatory basically coin in the market that have clarity right now. So what does that mean? This means that it can, we saw an infusion yesterday in the market for sure. We saw a spark of what's possible moving forward. And we believe that we will see an uptrend going on now during this fall. But we will see most likely a quite decent dip, a quite decent downtrend before the halving of Bitcoin that will happen in the end of April. And you know, every 4 years this happens with Bitcoin. The new supply coming out to the market goes down in half, and it continues for that in 4 years. And after 4 years, it goes down in half again. It will continue doing this for approximately another 120 years until all the Bitcoins that is supposed to be on the market is on the market. So what does this mean then? Well, historically, every single time we see a bull market, every single time we see a halving event, approximately some months after the halving event, you know, the bull market really starts for real. And this gives us another approximately year, 14, maybe even 16 months before we see the real bull market really start. So what does that mean for all of us on this call? Well, I would just assume that everybody on this call would like to participate in that kind of bull market. Guys, if a coin can pump 80% in a day just by the SEC basically giving clarity in the case that Ripple is not a security, you know, what do you think will happen when the Bitcoin ETFs open up with BlackRock, Vanguard, and all these major sharks of institutions that will flood fiat money into cryptocurrency? I believe that the bull market we have in front of us will be the biggest one we've ever seen. We are looking at the cryptocurrency market will most likely, I would be surprised if we don't surpass the 10 trillion market cap, guys, for this entire industry. It's basically inevitable what's happening right now. And if you want to be part of that, I think it's amazing to have an opportunity where we can really get a daily cash flow from cryptocurrency coming into our wallets every single day. And with this cryptocurrency, you can basically go into the market every single day. You can dollar cost average yourself into the industry. Dollar cost average, what does that mean? It means that you can basically every single day or every week, you go into the market in the, I would prefer the top coins that is very established already to mitigate the risk. If you're not that savvy, if you're not that knowledgeable in the industry, I would go for the big players for sure, because we're looking still at very, very possible big gains in those. But what does that mean? If you have a daily cash flow, you don't have to sit and think about if it's the right time to go in or not. If we have an upgoing trend now, yeah, if you go in every week, you will average out your average price. And when the price probably dip before we see a massive uptrend again, you know, you will then average in when the price is going down, which will mean that you will get an even lower average price during this time period. So when the market really starts, that's the time when you basically sit tight, you becoming really cool, you're becoming less greedy, and you need to really start controlling your emotions, guys, because your emotion will take over. Your greed will definitely test you in many possible ways. And yeah, our ambition is to really help each and every single one of you out there to somehow be able to read off the market and to be able to know when it's maybe time to start safeguarding your funds. And maybe it's time to understand that the market will not continue up forever, which many of us seems to believe every single time the market goes up, because we're afraid to miss the next price level. We're afraid to miss the next price level after that. So what can we do as networkers on this call? What can we do? Well, we can go out, we can start calling and go back to basics again. We can look at the list of who do we contact regarding this company, who did we talk to, who said no, who was insecure, you know, who is in the business that is trying out this business, who is in this business. I would set up calls. I would collect every single person on your list and do calls now to be really aggressive, to go out there to make sure that they know what's happening on the overall cryptocurrency market. Most people, guys, do not know how to buy Ripple, for example, XRP. Most people don't know how to go out and buy Ethereum and Bitcoin. They are insecure in this sense. So you have actually the possibility to become a little bit more like a crypto expert in your circles, where you can help these people to enter the crypto market. So utilize that, use this business to help them in, and then also help them to safeguard and think a little bit long-term as well, to not only have all their eggs in one basket. Because I think everybody on this call knows that we have been advocates for this since we started this business. We have been telling to really diversify in terms of having some assets in the traditional crypto coins as well, to safeguard yourself in ups and downs, because we never know really exactly when the bull market will start. We never really know when a dip comes. Nobody does. So we need to be, you know, we need to somehow surround us with that level of information so we can take wiser and smarter decisions. So be that person for your people. Be that person that helps your people to understand that they need to think a little bit long-term, but also not too long-term. So they actually, after the bull market, they go all the way down to the bottom again. The whole idea is to make money from these, you know, bull cycles where the trend is going upwards. So guys, go out there, look at your list. Who can you contact again? Who is in your business that is fired up, who have potential in your business, and go through this list and really make sure that you get contact with these people to really get them going if this is what they want. But you need to do your research in your business. You need to dig deep in your business to know who you can count on, to know who you can work with, to know really, you know, who and what you can expect something from. Because you cannot go around and wandering around and think about if this person wants to do something, or why is this person not doing anything. Well, you can call them up and ask them what they're feeling, how they're feeling about the business, what's their status is, for you to not go around and waste your mind power on people that you don't know if they're going to do something or not. For you to not waste time, because time will not come back. Guys, this bull run that is in front of us, I believe, is going to be the biggest one we've ever seen, and we will never, ever get this chance again. Never. So either we do something about it or we don't. But remember this is probably a call we can look back to, the 15th of July, the 15th of July, 2023, where we look back and say, okay, a year from now, when we are in 15th of July, 2024, we might start seeing signals of the market start moving upwards again. And when it does, guys, it's going to go fast. Trust me, you will not be able to keep up. You will be completely blind to what's happening. And I mean, guys, it's going to be an amazing experience. For all of you that have never experienced the bull market, it's the most entertaining and exciting thing you probably ever experienced. Because you really have the possibility to change your financial situation. You really have the possibility to change your financial status. You really have the possibility to change your generational wealth in terms of what you leave after yourself for kids and generations after you. You have the possibility to really change these rules right now. And guys, don't believe that you have to have millions right now to be able to change your circumstances. No, you don't. Basically, guys, with a few $10,000, with a few $100,000, you can change your circumstances in a big way. Because if we are looking at gains in terms of 10x, 15x, maybe even 20, 50, even 100x in some cases, do you think it will be worth to have a few tens of thousands of dollars saved in some of these assets? For sure, yes. But most people don't have enough reserves in their fiat currency to do this. So what do we need to do? We need to find an external and extra source of income. That extra source of income could be this company that we are working with, all of us. And if so, why not? Because you already know so much about it. You know how to talk about it. You know the ins and outs of the business, so you don't have to learn anything new. So with those words, I will leave over to Emil again for you to summarize. But know this and believe this: we are extremely excited with the time where we are right now. We are really, really excited with the signs of the bull market giving us a little bit of an insight what we can expect when the real bull market really starts, guys. But we have a very, very exciting times ahead of us. So Emil, I leave over to you.
Thank you so much for that deep analysis, Navid. And I was sitting thinking now, if I was on a call back in, let's say, before the last bull market, and I heard what Navid just shared to us right now, I would be in a complete different level of finance today. I had no one telling me these things. So I want you guys to really take in what is happening. This bull market, which we are expecting, is not financial advice in any shape or form. It is based on experience and history, but it is based on that history telling us that next year it will start. Anything that you ever do in crypto is going to be more fun. Building this business is going to be easier. Everyone want to get into crypto. We've been building this business in a bear market where no one cares about crypto, and we try to educate them and force them to understand, that this is the future. But in a bull market, you're not going to have the time to help everyone that want to get help, because everyone want to get into crypto. When you have a business, you have your team, whatever is happening is not only your assets going to grow, your team is going to explode. So that is why we talk with a lot of urgency here. And I wish that I had this information a few years ago. And that is why we talk about it for the past 1 year. For every single call, we've been spoken about the same things. And we want you to absorb it because we want you to win in what's about to come. So with that, that is what drives us. That is what makes us go like crazy right now. That is what makes us put our heads down and get to work. There's no time to waste. Bull market is coming. This company is going to have the ecosystem ready in the coming 3 to 6 months, according to Alex. And what is going to happen when a bull market comes? You have a big organization. You have built an income from this company that you have been diversifying into the crypto market. This industry explodes. The bull market comes, your assets grows, and you have an inner circle here with people like us and others that can advise and share our experience and in this industry to help each other to make better decisions in the next bull market. Where this is a dream, and if I just go back a few years and I could really design how I would like to have it before a bull market, it is to have the knowledge and the platform to make extra money so I can use that knowledge and the money to move into the bull market before it starts. That is a dream. This is a dream. And I want you to recognize this before you pass this bull market and look back and said, shit, this is what Navid spoke about. And I was waiting and I was confused and I was thinking too much and I was just not taking action, and I missed out on maybe the last bull market in this industry. With that words, guys, we hope that today's calls will give you insights in what's about to come on mindset and knowledge. And we'll see you guys on the next call tomorrow, 8 p.m. Dubai time. Watch our Telegram group for a notification. I will do a business presentation about the ULTIMA project for new people. Make sure you're there. Make sure you bring your people in, your leaders, your networkers, your customers, everyone. It's going to be a full presentation. So make sure you join them. With that said, we love you all and we'll see you guys on the next call. Take care.